Hi, everybody. It's me, Jimmy. Today we have Caroline, Elizabeth, and Melissa, the Myers, and they're going to talk to us about how they're handling what's going on now. Uh, um, so, ladies, when I was talking to Jeremy, the first person I interviewed, it became clear we all have this exercise that we share, or we come to the pool together. But it seems like there's more than that keeps us together. But generally, we're all active people. I'm finding it real interesting that maybe it's kind of swimming, but not necessarily swimming. But my question for you, though, is what are you doing for exercise now?
Well, Liz and I started running at first, but then when it got warmer, we started doing bike rides too. Mm-hmm. And so sometimes we'll go together and sometimes we'll go on our own, depending on like school, like Zoom classes online. Yes. But yeah, so we've been alternating that and running and biking, and then we've been making our own kind of dryland workouts with whatever we have here. We have a few weights and pull-up bar. Yeah. And then with our non-Smurf friends, we've done a few like 10-minute ab crush things through Zoom on FaceTime.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
And then I guess something we've really liked through biking is the Trail by 45. It runs from Mopac to 1626 along the new highway.
Oh, right.
We can bike there from our house and go down. And right now there's lots of wildflowers and stuff. Sometimes cows. Yeah.
It just smells good.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. You leave the city. Yeah.
Right. Melissa, has it changed your exercise routine?
I missed the gym. I didn't think I did, but you can't do the same kind of free weights or weights at home as you can at the gym. So I've been biking more. I miss my rowing machine at the gym too. I love the rowing machine. It works all parts of your body. It's great. So I've been still running, biking more, and the girls have been making me workouts. So they're a little similar to your workouts, I think, that you've been doing on Zoom. So that keeps us motivated.
It's killing me. Hey, so what are your thoughts? Like, Carla's considering maybe changing her gym membership. Are you going full bore back to the gym when this is all over, or what are you thinking about doing?
I probably will, just because it's the YMCA, and I feel I know that they need. Memberships are not that high, and for what I use it for, and I like the people in there, so I just kind of miss them.
Yeah, I agree.
We use the Y for me and Caroline, so whenever we go on trips to visit family and stuff, that's our main source of the pool. So also we have like the family membership, which is nice.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah.
So when it's 0 degrees and we're in New York in the middle of the winter, we get a warm place to go. Or even when we're in, where were we? Plattsburgh or something?
Even if the pool is 20 yards long, it's still a pool.
Yes.
It's still a pool.
90 degrees.
And you're the fastest people they've ever seen swim in that pool.
Sure. Hey, so it's sitting there. I hate to ask this question, but I do know that Melissa, you and Dwayne our Northeast. Is everybody doing okay? And
all of our family's doing well. It's a little hard because our parents are all, I guess, elderly. Seems like a really strange word to use for them, but they would qualify for that word. They're doing okay. I think, at least my mom, she lives alone, so she feels especially isolated. I know my in-laws and my dad and his wife also are feeling kind of isolated as well, but they're all healthy so far.
Oh, good. Good. That's good. Yeah, Carla's mother's got a lot of people around her, and so but her dad, it's just, and you can't really get there, there's, Okay, so Caroline, Elizabeth, how has this affected your school?
Yeah, some days we're more motivated than others. Yeah, it's pretty. So we started the online classes last week on Monday, and so she doesn't have quite as much of a schedule. I'm supposed to have a 4-class schedule for 45 minutes every day, and so that's when teachers would host Zooms, Zoom classes, but most of them aren't even on Zoom. The workload is definitely less, which makes it kind of hard to stay motivated, but especially because it's just pass or fail, and they're not going to fail us. But we also are studying for AP tests.
Yeah.
And that's weird because they cut down the curriculum. So we would have, before, if everything was normal, they would have had us continue learning material up until a couple weeks before the tests. And then we would start reviewing. But now that they cut down the material, we've done most of it. So now we're just reviewing.
For me,
So
yeah.
I'm sorry. So when Fairlane has her classes, like she has to meet with the class and have a class Zoom, or there's all the tiles on the screen. Do y'all have that, or is it more just self-paced?
I have very little of that, but some.
Okay.
It's pretty self-paced, except for like my government class. That's the only class we're consistently meeting. That's just a lecture and it's for the AP. So
Right. So I hope this doesn't sound. So what about prom and graduation and all that? What's going to happen with that? Yeah.
so my prom is tonight. So we have, and then
Mine got canceled a few days ago.
yeah.
And your date got
So,
canceled too.
yeah.
So going from 2 proms to no proms.
Yeah.
And Louise was only senior prom, so we didn't have it last year. So I
Mhm.
never.
Yeah.
Wow.
I had it last year, which was nice, but it's not the same.
Right.
They're
So
talking
what?
about-
I'm sorry.
oh,
What
they're
do you? What are you
Okay.
going to do for an alternative?
They're talking about making homecoming next year more of an actual homecoming and having stuff for the people. But then that's not necessarily for the seniors. So I don't know. I'm hoping something will happen over the summer. And
You're-
I know the parents on the board are working really hard for that. So
You might have to just have a really big 5th-year reunion or something like that.
they were gonna make maybe a 6-month reunion too
Yeah.
in next December. But
Oh, that's nice. Sure. Oh, when you would be back from college and yeah. Oh, that's
unless
nice.
it's training.
Yeah.
That's nice.
And I think a lot of colleges are wanting to like host freshmen at some type of prom, like in September. So I
Oh,
mean, I might have that.
that's a really good idea. So you ladies are both staying in Texas, thankfully, but you're going to college next year. So have they talked at all about when classes are starting? Are you going to be in a dorm or?
As of now, it's normal. I guess they're still focusing on getting responses for people through like who's accepting, who's not, and then starting housing. So I think they're just optimistic about everything remaining the same.
Yeah, we both are lucky because so I know a lot of colleges are canceling orientation weeks and stuff like that. But ours are both like mine's the week before classes start and hers is like a few days before classes start. So if things can get back to normal like by August, then we would have like normal schedule, but we don't know. Yeah.
Okay. Well, hope for the best there. So Melissa, you and Carla do similar-ish work. She's been pretty busy. How's this affected your work?
It's been busy. There have been a lot of people that, well, 2 buckets. One, they're thinking that they have time now to deal with it. And then, or another bucket is a bunch of people that are very worried. And so they want to get this done because they see, kind of see end of life as an issue. So it's been busy in that front. Of course, there's adaptations. Instead of meeting people personally, I'm meeting them like this, which is very strange. I'm a very social person and I like to see people.
Right.
So then I've been meeting people now for the first time behind a mask. Like when they like meeting them physically, they'll be behind a mask when they're signing their documents. And that's very strange. Like they'll come up, gloves, mask, and then we're kind of all waving at each other and then like, here's your stuff, sign it. And it's very strange. Outside, all outside.
Oh, you do it outside?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So outside my building, we set up a table and the witnesses are about 6 feet away or more, kind of waving at the clients. Yeah. And these have been some of the witnesses. So
wow.
It's a little strange.
Yeah. Well, you have to adapt, I guess, but that's really, wow. I hope it's not raining, right? That would put it, I mean, you'd think but
we've been really lucky so far. Whenever the signings have been set, somehow the rain has stayed away and it's not been a million degrees. So I know that that could change, but we've been really lucky. It's what's weird for me, Coach, is that usually this is a very intimate process with folks. And so usually by the time they're done, they've signed their documents, they're getting ready to leave. I would say probably 6 times out of 10, I'll get a hug. Like give me a like warm embrace and just say, I really thank you so much for this. I really appreciate, I loved getting to know you. And now just kind of waving at someone, it's just this sterile condition.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you for telling that in a bit, that would even count for one of our other questions about what you didn't expect to happen. But wow, that's really interesting. That's fascinating. Hey, so next question, how's the diet? Are you eating differently? Are you eating more, eating less? I heard someone tell me the other day that they got a tan from their refrigerator door being open.
That's pretty funny.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But,
the schedule is a lot
Yes.
different.
Everything
So-
shifted
Yeah.
except for dinner because we did not come home after practice to eat dinner at.
Mhm.
Yeah. So for me, for school, I would eat breakfast at 6:30 and then lunch at like 11:30 or 12, which was different, and then dinner at like 8:30. And now it's like just
9 or
whenever I
10.
wake up, and then lunch whenever, dinner whenever. But like we've had more like homemade stuff, which is nice.
I feel healthier, but also like because there's a lot less going on, it feels like I'm eating more. So I might not be eating more, but because it's like, I don't know.
You're just at home.
You're less
and-
active. You're not going to do this then eating. You're more like eating, maybe doing
Right.
a little work, and then eating.
Yeah.
kind of grazing throughout the day.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel that too. Are you eating any different, Melissa?
I don't
No.
think so. Other than we're doing some more fun things together for cooking, but
Yeah.
no.
We got a like an attachment for KitchenAid to make pasta. So it's the shapes of pasta. So we've done stuff like that.
And then gnocchi one night.
Yeah.
Gnocchi's awesome.
Fun, but
Fresh pasta is awesome.
Mhm.
Yeah, I completely agree. So we've done a couple restaurants recently. Just really, Carla's been working a little bit more, and we thought it was just a nice treat for her to get some restaurant food. Have y'all done any restaurants? Have you done anything like that?
Yes.
yeah, about once a week is like we'll pick something up. So
Maybe more, slightly more.
Yeah.
Tonight we had double Dave's.
Oh, nice. So when you went to Double Dave's, they don't have a drive-through, do they?
no, we actually did delivery today.
And
Oh, okay.
And we knew the person that was delivering, which is kind of cool.
He was on the Bowie swim team.
last year.
Last
he
year.
graduated. Yeah. So
Oh, that's cool.
yes.
I went yesterday, and I went in. I had to go inside to pick up. I went to Gus's Chicken. It's the first time I've ever been there. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. A little different. It's very different. It's very good.
Where is it?
It's right downtown. But they had, there were no chairs, no tables. There's letting 2 or 3 people in there at a time, and everybody's wearing masks, and it is very different. I could see maybe restaurants in the future, or the near future, year or so. I could see them all turning into takeout. No more chairs and sit down and stuff. I don't know. So, ladies, you were saying that you're sleeping differently. Are you sleeping more? Are you sleeping less?
yes.
More, yes.
a lot more.
More.
Yeah.
I've also gone to bed after midnight record times.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
both decided that like this time in our life is probably the only time like we'll be staying up past midnight for like continuous nights in a row because it doesn't matter. But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
college.
We were early people. And
Yeah,
Yeah, we were very early.
compared to most of our friends, like in high school, we go to bed early, so that's
Mhm.
why this is
Yeah.
different for us.
Mhm.
Like, so we normally go to bed like
10.
10.
Yeah.
our life revolved around
Yeah,
swimming.
but I'm definitely getting a lot more sleep, which it's kind of weird because I'm not driving so much every day either. So I just feel more rested, even though I'm doing like lots of bike rides, runs, that kind of like stuff. I don't know. I've been a lot more rested.
You're just not exhausted.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great feeling. It's a great feeling. Okay, here's one. So, any new skills?
Yes. You go first.
I'll start.
Okay.
So I have not been coloring or drawing or doing anything kind of creative in a very long time. So probably like when they were little, I remember like that first, when you guys were babies, I think that first year I made a bunch of Christmas presents, like handmade gifts. And then before that, when I was younger, I liked to color and kind of draw and just art stuff.
Right.
And so now there's a guy that we know, his name is Jim Bynum, and he's been doing this really cool set on cartooning and teaching people how to draw. If you haven't seen it, you totally need to watch it. It's really good.
Okay, thank you.
So
I'll
I've been
check
doing that. I have my own journal and my own pens. And sometimes I get yelled at because the pen caps are left off, but I do it myself. So, no kidding. Like it's been like really relaxing for me.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that.
And I'll watch the videos.
So,
It's really good.
thank you. So, speaking of pens, this is an old Parker pen. I'm sorry, but it's about the same vintage as the house.
Yeah.
58. When you do draw, this is just me. Get at least one nice. They don't all have to be nice, but get one nice drawing utensil. It just feels good to have it in your hand. I didn't even mean to. Just you saying that made me think.
Okay.
Just get one nice, like a good fountain pen. It doesn't have to be super expensive. This is probably $20 or so. But anyway, it just feels good having that in your hand, a nice utensil. I'm completely off topic.
Okay.
So
I'll have permission to do that.
Yeah. And nice paper is nice too. Nice paper. Elizabeth, what have you been doing? Or what have you picked up?
Some of the same. I've been doing the drawing videos. And so I took art all through middle school and I took it freshman year of high school. So I've really liked art. I just haven't had much time. So recently I've been doing more drawing, and then also we have a bunch of like old HGTV magazines, and so I've been making random collages and stuff, which is
That's
fun.
fantastic.
So I don't know if it's like a skill. It's just kind of something I've realized I've liked doing. And so today I just finished making a collage for our friends with each of their favorite colors, and then like I made them each like a square kind of. So it's kind of random, but
No, that's awesome.
and then I'm planning to like mail them each their individual square just to get something in the mail, which I think is fun.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Caroline, what new skill, if you don't feel like you have to, but.
Well, this is small, but Elizabeth and I have both realized that we no longer get sore when we're running. So that's a big thing.
That is a big thing.
Just cooking and experimenting with the time we have.
Experimenting while you're cooking?
Yes.
As a separate thing.
Yeah. So one day we made brunch and we decided to make French toast. And then with the leftover batter for the French toast, like the egg mixture, I threw it in tortillas and made it like, I don't know, like cinnamon roll type migas. And it was really good.
It was good.
That sounds awesome.
I added extra cinnamon.
It was really good.
Yeah.
So I think anytime you experiment, safely experiment, I think it's a great thing. You never know what will come out of it. I think that's great. I tell you another thing though, I think that is interesting is that we're getting these new skills or hopefully we're figuring some things out or giving ourselves the time to do new things. But I think in the future, you can kind of stack them on your skills that you already have. And I like, there's very few people in the world. Now, we do know some of these people. There's very few people in the world that are just great at something, right? But you can be pretty good at this and pretty good at that and pretty good at this. But when they stack all together, you've got a unique set of skills that goes, I know, I'm sorry, this isn't about me. I'm trying to interview you, but I do know that being able to draw really did help me when I was first coaching. I still use it a bit, but I could get my points across better by able to draw stuff instead of just show or use my body. But anyway, well, good. I'm glad you're getting new skills, and I do think in the future that really will pay off. Okay, so what has happened that you didn't expect?
For me, one big thing is we've gotten to know our neighbors more.
Oh, yeah.
So everyone's spending more time outside. And then before, I guess earlier on, some of our neighbors would host little like happy hour,
Every
like
Sunday
prayer
we have-
sessions.
yeah.
And we'd all stand far apart in just a cul-de-sac and
Right.
talk.
Because usually Carolyn and I are like we spend some time outside on the weekends, but usually we like
In the car.
only
away.
see our neighbors when we're in our car.
Yes.
Right.
So
And then our next door
Great.
neighbor, they have 2 kids, and one is 2.5, and we've gotten to know him,
Yeah.
and it's really cool.
during one of the dryland sessions, that the one we did on Thursday, he wanted to come up. He was like, so we had our computer set up, and our driveway was behind us, but in front of the computer was the yard between our 2 houses, and the little 2.5-year-old, he came up and was doing crunches. in
So I
the
don't know if you
grass.
heard Hi Caleb in the video,
Yeah.
but that was to our neighbor.
I heard you say that. Oh,
Yeah.
that's great.
So, I mean, that's something cool that we,
Yeah. Melissa, anything that you didn't expect?
I think just people like probably getting to know people better or seeing them or having the time to, because usually I feel like we wouldn't have taken the time to go say talk to Caleb because we're running out the door doing this. Like you're always running here and there, here and there, here and there constantly. So you get a little bit of that. And then I've also noticed this sort of connecting of people where they're realizing, say the seniors, like I just feel like people are reaching out to me more. Like I'm so sorry. I know you have seniors, and I feel I feel so bad for them, and just I feel like everybody's kind of coming together, like an awareness.
There's more compassion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are just being generally nice. It's funny. This sounds weird because it's kind of a twist of the phrase, but you've heard the phrase, if you open one door, another door will open. Well, in a funny way, we had this huge door closed, but I felt like when it closed, all these other doors opened. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think it's a pretty neat thing. Yeah, when big door closes, a lot of doors will open.
Because so one of the main things is that Carol and I go to different high schools for anyone watching that doesn't know.
Right.
And but like the good thing is we're still at home together. So but like we know next year we'll be at different colleges. So this is actually like a really nice time that like we have to spend together. We didn't expect we'd have it. Like we thought like this summer would be like the last big time together. But now we have like quarantine and like we're really the only people that
We're lucky to have each other.
yeah.
Yes.
We're doing our dryland workouts and we're like, oh, I just want to swim. I don't feel like doing this.
Yes.
Like motivation because you're with someone.
Know the feeling.
Mhm.
That is, yeah. I kind of feel funny of course we're going through this hard thing, and by being generally positive people, we're going to see the good. But it still feels weird to feel positive about a worldwide pandemic. You know what I mean? I have mixed feelings. Of course we need to look for the good, but it still feels weird to me.
It does.
Yeah.
Okay, so when this is over, or you feel like it's kind of over, what's the big celebration, or what's the thing you're looking to do?
You can say something first.
Well, swim.
Yeah.
And then somehow we want to have makeup like celebrations. We might have a makeup prom like at our house or something. Just going to the park, like Zilker Park, to Barton Springs.
Yeah, pretty much that. And so it really depends on when this is, I guess. I don't know.
But
Yeah.
going to swim, jumping into the pool.
Yeah.
That'll be
But just seeing everyone, like I'm just ready to see people.
Isn't it funny how Jeremy, who I interviewed the previous, but the celebration is it's not even has to be a big thing. It's just we're going to just celebrate getting to the normal thing. It's the little thing. We don't have to. Yeah, it's and it is funny too how I knew I knew I was going to miss the things I did, but I didn't expect to miss people as much as I have.
Mhm.
You know, like, wow, really, yeah, I really.
Yeah.
swear.
Because
So-
people can be like all constantly interacting with people can be exhausting too.
But then when you, and then when you
But it's
don't
also
have it, you're like,
energizing.
Yeah, and their quirks and stuff that used to, like, oh gosh, another. But you kind of miss those after a while.
yeah, there's
Yeah.
people like I see at school that I wouldn't be friends with if I like, I just see them every day.
Mhm.
But then you realize like you actually miss those people that you're around because you're used to it and like their quirks and stuff. And
Yeah.
so it's kind of weird because it's not someone like you would normally reach out to, but then you're kind of like, oh, like what if I never see you again?
Like maybe you share an inside joke in a
Yeah.
class. Or like you always wave to that one person in the hallway.
Yeah, I mean, like it adds up. So
Right. Melissa, what are you gonna do?
So I'm going to tell you something funny that's swimming related, but one thing, and you may know this, you may not know this. I'm going to call it the day before COVID. It wasn't really before COVID, but the last day of, say, school as we know it, they turned 18.
Right.
And so we had a surprise birthday party for them, which thank God we did. They had no idea. I actually
Yeah.
pulled off a surprise. And a few of their friends had come over and surprised them. And so
Very
what
much
I really
surprised.
want to do, I love hosting parties. I really want to have a party. Like I really want to just like open it up, have the kids over, have fun, see my own friends, just do that. That's the fun side. The other side is, Mark Digby. He sent out an email. I promise I'm coming back around. He sent out an email a week or so ago, and it was the same normal email the officials get. Okay, sign up for May whatever meet. Call for officials.
Right. I saw that.
So then he starts down in the email. He's like, "Oh, I got you. I bet you were all like ready. When, where? I actually really want to be on deck again, Jimmy. Like I did not love the outfit, but I would give anything to be on deck again and watch these kids swim and like cheer for them, like all the kids. So yeah, I want to be at a swim meet. Yay, swim meet.
Yes. I agree. Yeah. It's even the things that almost. Yeah, I'm almost looking forward to being a little frustrated. I don't know. Maybe frustrated is not the word, but just that certain. Being in a group of people where you have to relate to a whole bunch of people at one time and make it all work. Yeah, I'm looking forward to whatever that feeling is. Yeah. I might go early Christmas shopping at the mall or something like that. Just to have,
Exactly.
just anyway. Hey, well, thank you all very much for chatting with me. Is there anything else that I missed that you found interesting over this period of time, or anything else?
yeah, thank you.
I don't think so.
I don't know. I don't think so.
That's okay. That always puts you on. It's a weird question to ask. I'm sorry about that, but
I did something fun with Mrs. Seal the other day. She hosted a tea party. Andrew's mom
and
hosted a high tea party on Zoom. And so I did that. I've never done one before, and it was really fun.
I want to interview her soon too, because she's a very interesting lady. Yeah. Y'all know Coach Chris?
Yes.
Yeah, he had his birthday, I think a week ago or something like that, and he had a DJ hosted dance party, Zoom wise. Everybody clicked in and danced for a couple of, a little while. Yeah. Tea party.
It was.
Sounds fun. Yeah, maybe you should do that. Maybe we could do like a cooking class or something. That's kind of cool.
Kristen had the whole table decorated. It was neat.
Oh, that is. Well, she's really into that. And like, have you ever seen the cookies she makes?
Mm-mm.
Oh, she's like, she's really something. Anyway, okay. Well, thank you very much, ladies. Really appreciate it. I'm sure all the people will be glad to hear how you're handling the COVID-19 of 2020 and. Yeah.
Whoever's watching,
we miss you very much.
Yes, we miss you too. I can't put into words how happy I'll be when I get to see you again. So thank you again. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Thank you, Coach. Good night, Bynums.
Yes, good night.